Hello, you malty Maple House malts, and thank you to Don Swank 3378 for that malt mention. Malt mates, welcome to the bothy, somewhere in the middle of the mist-covered Irish Sea, sandwiched between the British, in fact, in the middle of the British Isles, right in the heart of the British Isles, sandwiched between Ireland in the west and England in the east, Scotland in the north and Wales in the south, yeah. It's where the Isle of Man is. It's a fascinating, mythical and mystical place. And it's also the home of our whisky reviews. I'm Ralphie. I present the whisky reviews, and this is Ralphie Review 1004 Extras, in which I give you extra information. And my subject today is Glasgow's Whisky Festival. Here is the brochure. It took place on Saturday, the 11th of November in Glasgow at the National Football Stadium called Hampden Park. And I was there because I'm celebrating 1,000 reviews, and Glasgow's Whisky Club, who host the event, invited me as an ex-Glasgow Whisky Club member. In fact, I believe I'm still an honorary member, which is wonderful, to be their special guest. So I'm very happy to oblige, and I'll start by talking about being a guest. I basically turn up about 45 minutes early, in good time. I wander around and have a wee chat with the exhibitors, because for me as an online whisky reviewer, it's a unique opportunity actually to get the whisky industry to be all in one place at one time, that I can wander around, say hello, give people a wave, and find out who's actually going to give me a smile and who's going to give me a big frown. I know I'm jesting about it, I do jest, but to a certain extent, you know the people who want to acknowledge an onliner and those who would rather not. You can read the messaging. It's very, very useful. And at the Glasgow's Whisky Festival, this is the 14th in fact, here is a layout of the 3 rooms in which it is hosted. There are 80 tables. 80 tables. This means there are roughly 80 different exhibitors from not just Scotland, but from England, internationally, from the USA, from the Caribbean. The variety of bottlings on sale for people to try is absolutely without parallel. A whisky festival is absolutely priceless. If you are wanting to really spend a focused, concentrated malt moment time, having bought a ticket, to wander around tables, meet the people who are producing spirits, talk to them and try what they are making. At £45 a ticket, yeah, I'll say that again. At £45 a ticket, this represents phenomenal value. And this is why, when the tickets do go on sale, you need to be in social media, you need to be online, and you need to be quick. Because tickets, they used to hang around a few years ago for a couple of days before they sold out, but now they're gone. They are gone literally within a couple of hours. And this is why. Within the exhibitors, you have small distilleries, independent bottlers, large distilleries, people whose services are sympathetic and relate to Scotch whisky. Funnily enough, there was so much there I would have liked to try. But as the special guest, it's very, very important for me to be an ambassador for the online community. And therefore, I spent most of my time walking around, meeting and greeting, and stopping for selfies and handshakes, which I'm delighted to do, rather than starting to neck a few whiskies and be no longer sober. It is hugely important for anybody representing the Scotch whisky industry at any event to be sober and to be seen to be sober. This is paramount. And on behalf of the online community, I'm very happy to be that ambassador. I had 3 whiskies for both sessions of the event. 2 of them were actually the Ardnamurchan 7-year-old, bottled by Ardnamurchan for Ralphie.com to help celebrate my 1000th review. It is, by the way, sold out. There are only a few bottles left, only a few, of the signatory 16-year-old super high strength, big sherry shocker Glenlivet that has been an absolute banger of a whiskey. And I'll come to the thanks to my partners in a few videos time, because they really deserve recognition. I can honestly say, whether it be my 1000th review or my 10th anniversary, every distillery, every whisky business I've connected with, I've said, I don't care what you bottle, you know your stock better than I will ever do, so bottle me a banger. Just bottle me a banger to make you look good. Everybody's done it. And everybody's done it really, really well. I have my own bottlings for sale at the Good Spirits Company in Glasgow at the moment, coinciding with Glasgow's Whisky Festival. I have a bottle of 15-year-old Foursquare rum, matured for 2 final years in a fresh Madeira cask. It's £85 a bottle. This is 15-year-old cask strength rum, £85 a bottle. And I'm telling you right now, that's a good price. I'm not just pumping the Ralphie brand to try and overcharge you here. I've also got, for those on a budget, I've got 10-year-old cask strength, single cask, bourbon cask, Glenord. You don't see a lot of Glenord. I had a cask of Glenord. I've bottled it from my stash to celebrate 1000 reviews. It's on sale for £75 a bottle, which is the standard industry price for cask strength whisky at that age. And finally, my pièce de résistance, because I do have them here in my my stash. 19-year-old Bruichladdich. 1 cask, 1 single cask, Jim Beam, fresh wet bourbon cask, its entire life. 19 years old. Bottled at cask strength, £185 a bottle. Why is it that price? Because I've said to the retailers, Good Spirits Company, who are exclusively selling this bottle, £185 is expensive. It's 19-year-old Bruichladdich. That is the going price at the moment. If I sold it cheaper, it would just get flipped. People would come in buying several bottles because they know they can flip it at auction and make more money. That's the reason for the price. It's a very old school Bruichladdich, completely unpeated, coastal, maritime, elemental, just like what the distillery were bottling back in the early 2000s, in the 15, 17, 25-year-old. It's that style of Bruichladdich. Back to the Whisky Festival. But before I go to the Whisky Festival, you can only buy Ralphie.com bottlings at the Good Spirits Company in 23 Bath Street, Glasgow. You can find them online. You can see the bottles on display in their shop. It's only single cask bottlings. They are selling fast. Over half have already been sold to Patreon subscribers who had first shot at buying them. The first refusal went to my Patreon subscribers to reward them for their subscriptions, which I really appreciate. It's why they get the live streams and the extra videos. Glasgow's Whisky Festival, I can't believe it's the 14th year. I remember when this was being discussed as a concept, And I think it's fantastic that there are now so many whisky festivals out there, bringing the industry a lot closer to a new generation of selective and very experienced whisky fans. The whisky fans, it's a self-imposed apprenticeship for us all, and it's apprenticeship that never ends. We never reach the finishing line, frankly, because we don't want to. We don't want to. And the amount of knowledge that we have, and we don't even think about it, because of access to good bottlings of whatever spirit we're into, of whisky festivals, of which Glasgow is a very good illustrative example. The development of our palates is unprecedented. There is no historical equivalent at any time in human history. Wine, sure, wine's complex, but it's lower in alcohol. When you've got beverages higher in alcohol, more concentrated in alcohol, it emphasises, enhances alcohol's ability to trap, ensnare, contain flavour, hold it, preserve it immaculately, almost indefinitely, and then at point of consumption, particularly when you add a drop of water, it unravels, it delivers, it reveals itself. And even if it does, as it does so, it changes subtlety. And when we start with whisky, we'll never notice this. But over time, as we develop our palates, as we attend whisky festivals, as we explore all the options that allow us to develop our palate, we enrich our lives because we are enriching our sense of smell and taste and the quality of what we connect with and the quality of people that we connect with as we connect with whisky. It's such an exciting journey, and it lets us consume alcohol without guzzling, being stupid and damaging our liver and our kidneys and our health, because importantly it's about moderation, it's about being sensible, it's about being kind to ourselves as we do so. Keep it quality, keep it modest, and go exploring. A big thank you to Glasgow's Whisky Festival for inviting me to be their guest. It was an absolute joy shaking hands and getting all the selfies with all you malt mates who stopped me to say hello and say thanks for the Ralphie reviews. It happened an awful lot, and not once was I stopped and told that I was an arsehole. Maybe that'll happen at some point, because sometimes the quality of an insult can be the best compliment you can receive. It's what you get, particularly in Glasgow. Thank you for watching. I don't think I want to add too much more. I don't want this video to become too long-winded, because I'm conscious at the time of year there's a lot of spending decisions to be made, and my advice is simple: mind your budget, keep it quality, and do your research before you buy. At this time of year there are some phenomenal quality whiskies suddenly available as special releases, particularly from independent bottlers. All you need is the knowledge to focus in, and if you're going to buy one bottle, make it the right bottle that not only is good quality but matches your palate, that when you open it and you consume it, you're going to get the maximum satisfaction. I was going to say satisfaction. A staycation satisfaction. Right, there we go. Moving on, Ralphie, don't confuse things any further. Okay, I hear you, right. Malt mates, it's a joy. Thank you for subscribing, thanks for following, thanks for watching. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.